Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. I'm Nick and I'm a top author on TradingView with over 190k reputation points. In today's video, I will share how to master fundamental analysis in Forex trading. So make sure that you stick to the end of the video because this will be a very interesting and useful video. So let's get straight into it. When it comes to fundamental analysis, the first very important thing that I would like to clear up is that things take a lot of time to play out. When you're seeing fundamental factors in the market starting to show very quick movements, maybe after a news release, that is usually always temporary. At some point, the market will reverse after the news. That is why there is the very important saying, buy the rumor, sell the news, okay? Because usually when the actual news comes out, that is just a short-term move, and then it takes years sometimes, or at least months, for the actual movement to play out in the long term. So that is why it's also very important to find something that gives a little bit more of an insight on what is going on in the medium to short term. Now, the closest thing that I have come to discover in my studies of the market is the COT data. Now, what this is the positioning of the biggest speculators in the market. So these are institutions that are in the market strictly to make money. That is why they're called the non-commercials. Because when you go and pull up a COT report, you will see that there is all the positioning, but there is both of the commercials and of the non-commercials. Now, the commercials have some side of a business involved in those transactions. So they have an underlying business. While the non-commercials, they are purely in the market to make money. Okay, so that is why I said these are the positioning of the speculators, the biggest speculators in the market that are strictly here to make money. And they're trying to ride the medium trends in the market. And that is why it's very, very interesting to follow their orders and their positioning, because since they have such big orders, if you're able to track and read how they're moving their positions in time, you will have the possibility to gain an insight on what the big money in the market is actually doing. So that is why I like to check the commitment of traders when it comes to doing fundamental analysis, because these guys are actually following the fundamentals and they have also insider knowledge that no retail trader can actually have. That is why it's very, very important, in my opinion, to check out what they're doing. For example, if we are to take an example here, what we can see by looking at one of the this is my CFD software, what we can see here is that you have how many longs there are from an institutional perspective, how many shorts, the changes that we had with the last report in longs, the changes that we had with the last report in shorts, the percentage long, percentage shorts, and the net positions. Now, an easy way to read the COT data is looking at the net positions. Okay, this is the most simplified way of looking at it. I also have the colors which help me with that, because by looking at the chart in just 1 second, I can see, okay, overall what is happening. For example, if we look at the euro, what do we have? Now, keep in mind a very important thing. If you're checking the euro, you're actually checking euro USD, because all currencies on the spot are traded against the USD. So if you're checking the euro, you're already checking euro USD, which we will be using in this example and explanation. What we can see here is that net positions, for example, on euro USD, had been declining for quite some time. We went from 50k net positioning all the way down to a negative net positioning of almost minus 50k. What this means is that we went from having way more longs than shorts. In fact, here we had 236k longs compared to only 184k shorts from an institutional perspective, all the way down to having the opposite, more shorts than longs, with 249k shorts and 202k longs. So longs got decreased from 237k all the way down to 202k, while shorts got increased from 179k to 249k. So if you're seeing a movement like this, okay, you're looking at the market, you see that we went from 50K to minus 6K to minus 15K. What do you think that is most likely to happen? You are around here, you're seeing a situation like this. For example, you're around this area here, you start to see these reports that are starting to decrease. This is actual a live chart. Then what you would expect at this point in general is to have fundamental weakness on the Euro USD. So what you would expect at that point is to have a downtrend. And in fact, that is exactly what the market started to play out. So how could you factor in that into a trading plan and trading strategy? Well, at that point, what you could simply do is, for example, only be looking for shorts, because if you're in a downtrend, there is a higher probability that your setup will actually play out if you're only looking for shorts, right? It increases your probabilities. So immediately you can understand that if you're looking at the positioning of the biggest institutions in the market, the biggest speculators in the market, you have an insight on what they're doing, and they are following the fundamentals better than everyone. So it might appear that you're not really looking at the fundamentals, you're looking only at what the smart money in the market is doing, but they are following the fundamentals better than you could ever do. So by looking at them, you're actually also fundamentally looking at the fundamentals of this specific pair. And we have this for all the major pairs, right? Now, if you have a situation like the one that we have right now, okay, where the market is moving horizontally and you start to see shorts getting closed, because why I want to speak about this? I want to speak about this because here we made a very simple example in which we went from positive to negative, and it took a lot of time, and we are seeing this now in the past. But how can you start to understand that the positioning is about to change before it actually changes? Well, one of the ways in which you can do that is by looking at how shorts and longs are changing compared to what the price is doing. For example, if you have a price which is in a downtrend, okay, and at some point you stop seeing shorts that are getting added, but you actually start seeing shorts that are getting closed, like we're seeing right now. If you see that we go from having shorts added, tens of thousands of shorts added, to now having shorts getting closed, it means that there is the possibility for a correction, because institutions are not really interested in the short anymore because they're starting to close them, and there is the possibility that things are starting to get ready for a correction, okay? Now, you still don't have the confirmation yet that their fundamental view of this pair has changed. You start to see that only if you also see longs added, which in this case we still don't have. But if, for example, with the new report that will come out here on Euro USD, we will see longs added and more shorts getting closed, that will, at that point, net positions will start increasing once again, and things could definitely start to get quite bullish. And at that point, we would have increased probabilities in longs compared to shorts. And at that point, if you look at the fundamentals, you would say, for example, if you have a trading plan that involves looking at the commitment of traders and the fundamentals, you would say, okay, I might only be looking for longs at this point because they have a higher probability of actually playing out. So as you can see, there are many ways in which you can read the COT data, depending on how complex you want to go. You can even go more complex. If you have, for example, a market that is making an uptrend, okay? And during the uptrend, you're seeing at the same time longs added and shorts added as well. That is another indication that what you might have is the possibility of a fake breakout to the upside and then a break back down. Because at that point, what could be happening is that you're seeing the longs that are needed just to create a fake breakout, but the shorts are already getting added. So the more they can add shorts, the better it will be, because at that point, they will be able to put in all their positions as quickly as possible before we then get the reversal. But you might be asking yourself, okay, but why can't these institutions just place the order with one trade? The reason they can't do that is because you must know that for every buyer in a market, there must be a seller. For every seller in the market, there must be a buyer. What this means is that if you don't have enough liquidity in the market, let's say you want to buy a massive amount of euros, okay, against the USD. But if there aren't enough people that are willing to trade you their euros for Euro USD, then you have a problem. Because for retail traders, it's very simple. You just have to click the button. There will always be enough liquidity to satisfy your orders. But for big institutions, that is not the case. That is why we have the possibility to actually follow their positioning. Because if they will be able to just with one order shift their positioning, it would be impossible to make the commitment of traders a useful tool, because they would just shift their positioning immediately. While if it's actually taking for them months to shift their positioning, which is what it takes right now, and you can see that by how many weeks it took for them to go from a massively positive to now massively negative net positioning, it is pretty clear that you can start to see the trend of this shift or their positioning by looking even simply just at the net positions. Then, as I said, you can go as complicated as you want on this, but just to keep it simple, you could just look at the net positions and you will start to see the trend. Okay, are they moving to the positive side or are they moving to the negative side? And what we can see at this point is that if you see horizontal movements in which you have ranges, those are the areas in which most of the times you will start to see the shifts. Again, why usually during ranges you start to see the shift? You see it during ranges because if they need time to every time have the liquidity to fill in their orders, it's better if the market is moving in a range. Because while the people, for example, are continuing to sell, they continue to buy, and they continue to buy and build up their position. You see that reflected here, and only at that point the market creates the rejection to the upside, which is also a very common this is a very common way of looking at the market through accumulation and distribution zones. That is why when you see a move to the downside, the market is in a downtrend, then you have a horizontal accumulation, rejection to the upside, then you have a horizontal distribution, it's called, and then you have the rejection to the downside. That is basically how the market can be viewed as well. And you will see those areas very clearly on charts when you have an inversion of the trend. For example, here we clearly had a distribution zone and then the market created the move to the downside. Same thing at this low, we clearly had an accumulation area in which we moved inside of this range where they were basically shifting their positioning from negative to positive, starting to increase their net positions, and then the rejection to the upside started. So that is basically how I like to look at the fundamentals. Not by looking at the actual fundamentals, but following what the biggest speculators in the market are doing, because they can follow fundamentals better than anyone. So if you are able to study the COT data related to the charts and gain experience on relating the two, then I think that is a very useful thing to know how to do, because it can increase your probabilities of your setups and your trading plan and trading strategy. If you enjoyed the video, make sure that you smash that like button and comment below. It really does support the creation of more free education and analysis for all of you, and I will see you in my next video.